first guest is an actor, singer, songwriter, and a master of martial arts. He's also the star of his own reality show called Steven Seagal, LawMan, and he's just released a new movie called The Keeper. Please welcome Steven Seagal. The office has been a buzz. The office has been a buzz. The martial arts guy is here. All our security guys, the whole security team of the studio was over here this morning. Steven, has anybody ever bullied you, like from when you were a kid? Do you have any memories of that happening?
Well, like any other human being, you know, there's always in life somebody bigger and badder, and it wasn't until I was probably 16 or 17 before I started getting dangerous enough that if people wanted to start something that they, even, you know, if they were bigger and better, they were going to get hurt too. And then from there, you know, my life changed a lot. And by then I had gone to Japan to study, so, you know, like any other human being, I've had, I don't really know which words I'm allowed to say on this show, but I've had...
Well, Don said duty.
Can you beep what I say if I...
Yes, honey. Yeah.
I've had an ass whooping once or twice when I was young.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
No, and it's honest. And so what were you doing when you made the transition into being a performer?
Well, in Asia, you know, as you know, I studied the martial arts and taught the martial arts over there. I also was involved in special security operations and stuff like that, and so...
Did you ever kill anybody?
Oh, man. So when I came back to America...
Mic not working? Did you ever take anybody out? Dim the lights? Face
Lord
down in the
have
grave?
mercy, you are...
I'm just wondering.
You're on my hit list now.
You saw my fancy work, though. You know I could take you, Steven.
I was wondering why when he got excited you flipped him. I thought you were going to let that go on for a while. Is that a B3 I'm hearing?
Yes, our band. But you're, so you were martial arts, or you were, you know, already successful in that area, using as part of your life's work. And then you're training somebody in this business, an agent. Well, how does it happen? And they say to you, hey, you should do this, we should make a movie about this, or what? How did that happen?
Well, I mean, I'd come back to America and...
Killed the guy?
Also teaching the martial arts.
All right.
And,
so you came back here as a teacher?
Not really, but that's one of the things that I was doing. Yeah. And some of the folks in Hollywood had seen what I do. And one of the agents around town had wanted to introduce me to someone, Harry Semmel, who was the head of Warner Brothers at the time, who I still think is probably the best studio head that we've had in the history of Hollywood. He was a great studio head. And he gave me 3 scripts, and he said, you know, pick one of these. We'd really love to get you to, you know, star in one of them. And I read all 3 of them, and I said, well, you know, I came to America writing. I'm a writer too, and I really don't like these stories too much. And he said, well, what have you got in mind? And a story that was kind of loosely based on the Iran-Contra scandal, which nobody really knew about then.
Right.
And he said, well, we have a writer's strike coming. Would you write with these other guys? And I said, sure. And he gave me Stephen Pressfield and Ronnie Shusett, folks who had written Total Recall, some real good writers. And we wrote Above the Law, and we made it.
Yeah, and you made that film in Chicago, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I remember that.
You ever been there?
Pardon me?
You ever been there?
I was actually working at the Second City at the time that you guys were making the film.
Chicago?
Yeah, I grew up there.
Nobody appreciates my humor, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I didn't know you were aware of me or anything about me. I just figured I was Dinah Shore to you.
Yeah.
I wish, right? I should be so lucky.
Hey, man, you ain't have to wish for nothing. You got it all.
Oh. All right, we're going to go to break, but I want to ask you about LawMan, your new show, because you are officially a police officer, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I've seen every episode. Oh, and the blues musician, too. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with Steven Seagal.